downtown Atlanta and Mercedes-Benz Stadium, site of this year's Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl and, of course, part of the college football playoff. We are through the opening round of this year's playoff, and now the pressure is mounting in the quarterfinals. A matchup between one side that's had time to rest and recover, and another team that's battle-tested, already off one playoff victory. As we'll see the number 12 seed in this playoff, the North Texas Mean Green, taking on the number 4 seed in the playoff, the Liberty Flames. 3A Sports College Football. I'm Chris Fowler here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. And here we go, a college football playoff quarterfinal game. We'll see which team's going to be moving on. Team is out there. Great energy as this playoff game is about to get underway. He'll call for the fair catch here. The guys up front lined up. It's first down. Ball handed off. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. When they don't block the defensive end, you'll show some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also...
That deep shot is caught for a big gain. Takes it all the way to the house. Touchdown, North Texas. They'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. PAT is good. They jump in front, 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. Gets some space around the 30. Oh, and nothing but green grass ahead. Finally tackled out at the 19, and just like that, the offense has moved into the red zone. Well, they're finally able to catch him, but a huge chunk play with their running game here.
Boy, this guy is a complete package. All he needs is a crease, and once he sees it, boy, he is gone. They're very lucky they were able to bring him down on that carry.
The Flames are in the red zone. Linebackers moving around trying to confuse the offense. They'll run it from the gun. Runs through the defender. That strong run defense, not much of a gain on the play.
Chris, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Defense wraps him up after the catch, but he's just short of a first down.
Man, that jet sweep action puts so much pressure on a defense. You get so locked in on the ball attacking you downhill. But when offenses sprinkle this kind of offense in, it stretches this defense out wide and can create some vertical seams for big plays.
And he gets to the end zone. Touchdown, Flames.
Chris, how about the offensive coordinator here trusting his quarterback to be able to make a play on the design QB run? Knew he'd take care of the ball and get positive yards, and he did even more. Comes up with a touchdown.
Now the all-important extra point. And there's the point after. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. And a misfire there on the kickoff as it goes out of bounds. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. Looking for a gap. It's Porter. Breaks loose at the 45. And a big gain across midfield moves the ball inside the enemy 40-yard line.
Big runs like this are just demoralizing for a defense. It's one thing to give up big plays over your head against the pass game. When teams can run the ball and pick up yards like this, it really affects the team's mental psyche and their confidence. And you'll start to see some missed tackles following a play like this.
The pocket breaking down. Oh, it's picked off. What a play. And he's got some open field ahead. And he'll be taken down, but after a good return.
Boy, great hands by the defender to take that ball away and pretty much steal it from the intended receiver. I don't know if I'd be targeting that defender very many more times.
First play of the drive to come out throwing. Oh, and it's dropped. A chance for a big play here in the early going, but some jitters in the part of that receiver.
Oh, my gosh, Chris, just what they wanted. You've got a chance to make a huge play. Everybody does their job. Great route. Quarterback puts it right on the money, and he just drops it.
Offense lines up for a second down play off the incompletion. Back to pass. It's Salter. And he's going to launch it deep again. The catch is made for a huge pickup. Touchdown, Liberty. No chance to catch him.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
They're setting out to try the PAT. The extra point makes the lead 14-7. Getting set to kick the ball off now. And the returner elects to fair catch it. No return. And the mean green offense is back on the field now. We'll see if this quarterback can shake off the interception he threw in the last possession. He'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Caught over the middle. It's Coleman. They get him down, but the gain moves the ball up to the 36. Offense keeps moving. It's a completion for a first down.
Chris, that's another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show.
And he's going to float this one to the right side. Tried to press the ball deep, but it's incomplete. Offense getting set. It's second down.
Well, the offense coordinator with the right call, trying to take a shot there, but just poor execution. They couldn't come up with a big play. Let's see if the coach tries it again later, or maybe in the second half.
And he's got his man open downfield. Brought down, but crosses midfield to the 46.
Boy, another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show how dangerous he is when he has time to throw. The defensive coordinator's got to change up his looks, maybe bring in the blitz, anything they can do to get this quarterback out of this rhythm.
Motion by the back. Defense better adjust. A pop pass on the jet sweep. A solid 8-yard gain brings up a 2nd and 2. No huddle now for the offense.
You know, a lot of times these types of plays either go for nothing or they can go for a huge chunk of yards. Here they do a nice job of
breaks clear over the middle. Can they catch him? No stopping him. Takes it all the way. Touchdown, Mean Green. Well, this college football playoff game is all tied up, and Kirk is beginning to feel a little bit like a shootout.
Yeah, it is. It's a battle of the offenses. Both these teams right now executing flawlessly, and they're doing so with such high stakes, answering one score with another. Neither team is backing up 1 inch.
Extra point splits the uprights. Now they get set to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. It's Bray. Tackled at the 12. The coach wishes he'd left that one in the end zone. Here comes the Flames offense back out on the field. We have a shootout developing here. Each offense scoring a touchdown on their last possession. He fights through the tackler.
Well, this guy's got some wiggle, and you can see there he's got some power. He's able to break through one arm tackle, but the secondary comes up to finish him off.
Second down play coming up. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. Dropping back, it's Salter. Lofting it toward the left sideline. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here. Tackle made quickly, but a big chunk play for this offense through the air.
That is great arm strength and accuracy by this quarterback. And let's not forget the wide receiver's job of bringing it in for that big gain.
The clock is running last minute in a very entertaining first quarter of play. Off the play fake, looking to throw. He's moving out of the pocket. And he's hit right as he throws it. Incomplete.
Well, the pass rush does a good job of chasing him out of the pocket. He's trying to buy some time looking downfield, but he better be careful being too patient. He gets hit as he throws his football, and it falls incomplete.
And he pulls in the catch. They make the tackle, but that's an excellent gain. Moves the ball to the 33.
Whew, that was pretty. The receiver broke down his defender on that curl against man-to-man coverage. That's how you win one-on-ones.
And the Flames are moving quickly down the field. And it looks like the quarterback's going to run it. A gain of 2 yards. Now it's second down and 8.
Well, anytime you use your quarterback as a runner, the goal is obviously to hit some big plays. You've got to be careful of letting your quarterback take too many big hits.
And he'll loft it to the end zone. They try a downfield shot. That's a good effort there. But now it's third down. The Flames hustle to the line to crank up the tempo. Dropping back. They're going to throw for the first down. Pass is incomplete, but a penalty marker on the play that should result in a first down. Offense comes up to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before the quarter expires. First down. We're going to throw the football. And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. Oh, and it's incomplete. He flat out dropped what would have been a touchdown. Second down coming up now.
Man, I don't know how he wasn't able to hold on to that football in the end zone. That's a touchdown. A great opportunity loss, but a lot of relief for this defense. When they get to film next week, they're going to want to know what happened. What was the breakdown that almost allowed that big play?
And they get him down to wrap up the first period of play. First play of the quarter is a crucial one. Offense trying to convert this third down. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. Will he score here? And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, Flames.
And sometimes you know the quarterback's going to run the ball. You put your defense in position, and he still gets yards. In fact, he makes them pay for it, gets all the way to the end zone.
He knocked through the extra point. The lead is 7, 21-14. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. Turner trying to create good field position. And he stopped at the 20, trying to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. Here comes the North Texas offense back on the field. Each offense has been clicking, scoring touchdowns in their last possessions. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. The gain is 3. Now it's 2nd down and 7.
Boy, I'm a big fan of that jet sweep motion like that. It really forces the defense to stretch them out horizontally and can create some vertical seams for this offense. They got some positive yards. Didn't quite get the first down, but I'll tell you what they've done. Planted a seed on this defense, and they better defend this style of play moving forward.
To the air, it's Morris. Bringing pressure. Tipped and then dropped. A chance to make a play, but instead it's 3rd down.
Some players just have a real knack for timing their jump, and that defender was able to get a big paw on the ball and bat it away.
They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Quarterback moving out of the pocket, trying to create. He's got it for a big gain. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time. 1st down here for this offense.
Because there's a lot of pressure on this offense here early in this game. They're down early, 3rd down and long. Nice job of protecting. The last thing they want to do is have to punt this ball away. So instead, quarterback has time. Nice throw, and it's a 1st down.
Incompletion sets up a 2nd down. And he'll set up to throw. Quarterback leaves the pocket on the move now. Running back grabs it on the screen. That play is blown up. Defense makes the tackle in the backfield.
How about the discipline of this defense here on 2nd down? You're anticipating a pass. They've got pretty much everybody covered. And then once the back has the ball, how about the speed to be able to bring him down? Now it's 3rd down.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. He's going to take off. Slides down to avoid the tackle.
Chris, how about the play of this quarterback? 3rd down and long. The defense, you think, is going to bring extra pressure. But not only is he able to get away from the pressure, how about his awareness on where he needs to go to pick up the 1st down? So big yards, great awareness, and a 1st down for this offense.
First down, looking to throw the ball. And he lofts one deep over the middle. Makes the catch. Can he get in? He makes it to the end zone. Touchdown, North Texas.
That's what makes this guy so dangerous as a wide receiver. He can catch the ball underneath, shake and bake and go by you, or use his speed to get around you and make a big play like this for a touchdown.
And he knocks through the PAT. And with that extra point, we're all tied up now in the 2nd quarter. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. Bringing it out, it's Gray. And he stopped at the 18. Returner trying to make a play, but a touchback would have been a better idea. Comes the Liberty offense back out on the field. The passing game was so effective in the last possession, right down for a touchdown. We'll see if the defense can make adjustments. Tackled way behind the line. He'll lose 6 there.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What is an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
Looking to throw. It's Salter. Catch made on the right side. They bring him down after a solid gain, but it's still well short of the first down marker. That completion sets up an important third down play. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. Caught quickly. Tackled at the 32. That's enough for a first down.
Well, when you play zone defense on third down and you don't get pressure from your defensive line, you're going to give a quarterback a lot of time to be able to find an open receiver and eventually get the first down. Not surprised at all that they're able to convert.
First down here. Time for one more play before the clock stops for the 2-minute warning. That's the 2-minute warning now here in the first half. And the Flames begin a new series here, 1st and 10. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside handoff. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Well, that was that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time, the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
The gain moves the ball to the 34. They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. He's moving out of the pocket. He's hit as he throws it. The pass is off target. He got hit as he threw as the 3rd down pressure works.
And I am so impressed with the athletic ability and speed of this defense. Quarterback does a pretty good job of keeping the play alive, scrambling off to his right, but that defensive speed and their aggressive nature get to him.
The coverage team makes the stop on this return. North Texas's offense is back out there now. This has been an offensive show so far. Back and forth, both defenses reeling at the moment. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. They've got him, but he picks up 8 yards. Sets up a nice 2nd and 2.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
They go with a direct snap. Makes the first down, but pays a price. Big hit there at the end. So the offense calls a timeout here. That's their first of the half.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. And someone on the line there moved a bit early. Offense gets a 5-yard penalty. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. See if the penalty proves costly. First down and 15 now. Back to pass. It's Morris. Looking to scramble. Extending the play now. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
This is just a great job of understanding situational awareness by this quarterback. Nobody's open downfield, so instead he decides to buy a little bit of time by scrambling, gets out of the pocket, and he gets to the sticks and just gets the first down.
First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Pre-snap motion from the receiver. Now they'll switch it up, looking to throw the ball here. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on first down.
Man, you got to love this if you're defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
Important second down play coming up. And he's back to throw again after that incompletion on first down. Looking right, this one caught. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Press coverage now from the secondary. Here comes a first down pass attempt. Makes the throw across the middle of the field. Makes the catch downfield. They stop him quickly, but not before a gain down to the 6. It's first and goal.
These undersized slot receivers can be some of the toughest guys to contain for a defense. They're quicker than they really are fast, and they're very elusive, tough to contain in these one-on-one.
Touchdown, Mean Green. This offense is still clicking. Lining up to try the extra point. PAT puts him in front by 7. So an important touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. Turn starts inside the 15. And the returner brought down by that coverage team. So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. Looking to pass. It's Salter. Lets it go quickly. And that one's incomplete with just 7 seconds left on the clock.
Well, this is just an outstanding job by this defender being in phase against this receiver and being able to tip that ball away. He actually tips it up into the air. The offense catches a break that ball's not intercepted.
And he lobs it deep down the middle. And it's incomplete with just 1 second remaining on the clock.
Now, the offensive coordinator told us before the game they consider any one-on-one deep shot an advantage. But they couldn't connect on that try. Give credit to that defensive back, man. He played that perfectly.
Time running down. Just 1 play left here in the half. He'll drop back here on third down. Defense is coming after him. Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. Finds room at the 30. Oh, and he's in the clear now. It's a foot race. Now the 40. Out past the 30. Forced out of bounds after a big game. This offense set up with a first down. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. Fielded in the end zone. It's Gray. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. The offense will take their first time out of the half to talk strategy here. Receivers are bunched together. Off the play fake on first down. Trying to create outside the pocket now. He's looking to scramble. On the move, trying to scramble for the first down. Comes up short.
Chris, I love the patience here by the quarterback. He's waiting for something to happen downfield, but it's not there. Then you see the athletic ability to be able to pick up some good yards.
Offense with 5 receivers now, empty backfield. To throw, it's Salter. And he lofts it deep over the middle. And the pass is dropped. Would have been a big gain, but he couldn't hold on.
Well, they come out firing here to start this second half. They didn't make this completion, but I think it sends a clear message to this defense that the adjustments that this offense is going to make is that they're going to be aggressive and they're going to look for their one-on-one opportunities.
Incomplete. He was hit as he threw the football there on third down.
Great job by this defense once again on that third down, and now we get to fourth down. And you start to think about things here as we get into the second half, Chris. You go for it, you make it, everybody's happy. If you go for it on fourth down and you don't get it, now you're giving your opponent the football in pretty good field position.
Well, this head coach clearly sending a message, going for it this close to his own end zone. Fourth down, looking to throw for it. Fires it to the wideout. It's a highlight reel diving catch there.
Just great execution here on this fourth down to keep this drive alive. And what I love is the accuracy from the quarterback and a good job by the receiver knowing where that route needed to be able to catch the ball and pick up the first down.
Looking to throw again. Lets it fly to the wideout. It's caught downfield. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
The Flames pick up enough yards to move the sticks. Looking to throw it on first down. Grab near the sticks. It's Gray. Forced out of bounds, but a nice gain there, and the offense will have a first and goal.
So often we get caught up in the quarterback and the wide receivers and the skill in this game. This is another example of a nice job by the offensive line, giving the quarterback ample amount of time to be able to evaluate the defense and make a good throw. Good job up front by the big guys.
He's moving out of the pocket now. Heavy pressure, he lets it go. Just throws it away, but takes a big hit in the process.
Well, sometimes an answer for an offensive coordinator against a good pass rush is to move the launching point, move the quarterback from one spot to another to affect the rhythm of the pass rush. That's not having any kind of impact at all on this defense. They're getting after this quarterback no matter where he is. They do a good job of it right here.
To throw, it's Salter. Running out of time in the pocket. And it's the senior getting home with the sack.
This defense is playing inspired football with their backs near their own goal line. An incompletion, now a sack. What would the offensive coordinator come up with here on third down?
The offense has been moving backwards here. Now a long way to go on third and goal. Off the play fake, looking to throw the football. He eludes the rush. Launching one to the end zone. Intercepted in the end zone. It's a short return, but a takeaway for this.